What is going on, you guys? Oh, dear Lord, it's time to do this hair. It is beyond time to do this hair. What time is it? It's 10:06. Can I do it today before I have to pick Tiffany up from work? I don't know. I'm gonna try. Hold on. Let me turn this down. You guys, oh, dear Lord, it's time. Yeah, bruh, it's beyond time to get this hair done. Live comments show up. Let's show some comments. Okay, hi. Okay. This is so unofficial, and I feel like for right now, it's the way I'm going because it's just faster. It's faster. It's more natural this way. I don't want to, get too polished and technical at everything. I just feel like this is something that, we could do. I wanted to test out something right quick before I get too involved here. So thank you again for joining the live stream. As you could tell by the title down below, it's a live streaming virtual tour with me. My name is Tyree. I run this page, Loc'd Pop. Also run the podcast, Loc'd Pop Talks. I'm going to type in here the address to my website because fear no longer resides within this guy here. So I'm going to put that out there for people to see. I know I can show it like this. That is how you get to my website. You type in www.tyrewilson.com. No one else is in the chat just yet. That's just cool because on this page, I know it, not too many people get notifications for this page, but I don't care. So I am attempting to share my screen. Let me see. Boom. What if I do this? Solo layout. So if you guys are catching the stream, let me know where you guys are from. If I know you, just say, what's up, Ty? How you doing? As always, you're welcome to be here. And I'm usually working on stuff around this time. So again, pardon me for not being too polished with my live stream or something like that. I'm usually toiling away on my laptop and programs and stuff because I try to get out at least one piece of content a day, which then leads to drives traffic to my website. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. So again, that is down below is how you would get to my website. If you're there, check it out. If you're not there, check it out when you get a chance. And I guess, let me turn this down. I guess we can get into why or how the website part of things are working. So hold on here. And I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. Hold on. I doubt it. So let me try to do a screen share. Boom. Screen sharing. Done. All right. So you can see me, right? And you can also see my screen that I'm sharing with you guys. So shout out to StreamYard. Shout out to my online branding and business coach, Elise Michelle. Shout out to one of the developers or owners, co-owners and co-developers of StreamYard. I believe his name is Gage, Geige. I think his name, really cool guy, laid back, and was very helpful and explaining how StreamYard works. how you can use it, implement your own purposes for business and your own purposes for entertainment. So, shout out to you guys because you are huge inspirations to me, if no one else, then to me. So, yes. So if you type in www.tyreewilson.com, it'll obviously take you to a picture with my handsome mug. And I wanted to share with you guys, like, what brought me here and how did this website become developed over time? Like, what did it take? Okay, so number one, there are a lot of different website places that you can use to host your website. Like, what is it? GoDaddy.com. You can go to Wix, which is the website I chose. You can use web hosting with WordPress, which I've heard a lot of good things about. And so when I got finished writing Stand Your Ground and a lot of other things, I wanted to start a podcast and all of that. And you guys know I found another app called Anchor, which is where I do my podcasting, where I send most of my files and stuff to, have them uploaded and edited and published, and I put it out for people to hear. I kind of started there. I wasn't quite sure what it was I was actually trying to do or what the power of a podcast was. I knew that it was a medium or some avenue that you could use so that you can get your content out there in front of eyes of people who the information you have, this might pertain to them. And I've come to understand that it's cool to have the content and the ideas and wanting to get things out there. But if you don't know who you're talking to and you don't know how to like market your information to them, then it's like, it's hard, getting attraction going. So when I came here, I started out with a free website, and I believe like up where it says my name, like Tyree Wilson over here, it would say like free Wix website, because you can set up your whole website and you don't have to pay a thing. You just got to deal with, Wix labeling being all over your website. So after about a year, just over a year of running a website, I decided to pay into the lower end of owning a website and a domain name. And, I think it altogether cost me like a little less than $200. And I went ahead and paid for that and got the Wix branding off of the website. I mean, some people say Wix isn't that great. I don't really know about all of that. It works good for me. So, and you build it, like you build your own website, like it's already coded. So you're just kind of like, copying and pasting and adding and dropping and stuff like that. So so everything you see on this page is everything that I intentionally put on this page. And it was funny because it took so long for me to figure out how to design it. So, and figure out what button should go where and what pictures and what text to use and how to build a welcome page out so it looks, functionable. I don't know about decent, but it's functionable. And I had a lot of people, I went to a lot of people for questions and for comments and concerns and feedback. And we found a lot of people. I found a lot of people who were able to help, a lot of YouTube videos, not too much experience in designing and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like, I learn as I go. But the reason I'm showing you this is because I want you guys to see like what's the process that I went under to make it happen. Now, this is my page in the live version. Now, if you sign up with Wix, the website, it has two different versions. There's the back end where you learn to put everything in place, and then there's the live site, and then there's the mobile site. So not only are you doing the computer work, you're doing the mobile work too. So let's see, we have one viewer and it's probably me so far. So let me go back to what it was. Okay, so before, this says Tyree Wilson, marriage mentor for men. It's not where it started. Actually, I called it Lock Pop Coaching, and it was like, texting across here. And that's because I was learning how to throw things together. And as you can see down here, after the copyright 2019, I wrote Lock Pop Coaching. That's like literally the business that I went downtown, established with the government, got my business tax EIN number, and set up a business account and stuff like that. And I came back and I started putting things together. As far as the color scheme goes, black, gold is supposed to be gold. So sometimes it changes depending on the website and what it's capable of doing and all of that in my own experience as well. So I came here and the coloring just kind of like stuck with me. I like the black, the gray, the gold. And I understand that when it comes to branding, you should have your colors, at least I think at least or at most or something like 2 or 3 colors. So people can like really identify, okay, oh, this is coming from Tyree, or this is coming from Nancy, or this is coming from Steven. You should have some type of color scheme that kind of like goes with that. There's some certain people that I follow, their favorite colors is like black and red or something like that for their company, white, red, and black. Or what's another one, like pink and purple or something, like the Joker or like Batman or like the Hulk. You get the color scheme. So that's kind of like where I started with that. This here, I believe they call it like the destination bar, where you can see welcome, blog, podcast, academy, booking session, and an about section. So when I did all of this, like when I first created all of this, it was like so choppy. I think I had like an about me section. Obviously, my about me section was like the welcome page, my home page. So you came here and you went straight to learn about me. And that's something I learned. Like, I get people like you and all of that. If people want to talk to you and stuff like that, and they want to know more about you, but they don't come to your website to only learn about you. They've come to, depending on what it is that you do, they've come to find out what you're about and what you're doing. So when I did that, this is where they came to, so I had to move the home page off of the about me section, about Tyree section, just moved over to a welcome page, where here you can input your information, your name and your email address, and it goes directly to a free devotional journal that I have set up on the back end of the website that when you do sign up, you get automatically, like that's yours. And then from that point on, I send you free and updated journals every month, or for the people that sign up, you get them for free. That's just something, because it's something I work on, that I type up, I write about, and it's a different topic every month, but I send those out to men who are standing for their marriages, and that's the guys that I resonate with, because I too was a standing husband. I'm not anymore, thank God, but I was. And so I understand what it is that they go through and stuff like that. And I understand what it is that if you're a standing husband watching this video right now, I know where this goes. I've seen it. I've lived it. I know what it feels like. And so I decided, if I'm going to be out here doing all of this, well, man, I need to, create a place where people can find me, and not so much social media, but other places like this as well. So, let's see. So this is the welcome page. You come here and it's very simple. A picture of me in my Stand Your Ground t-shirt, and you sign up here, and you start receiving emails from me every week, not every couple of days and every couple of hours. I've signed up to a couple of websites where, they're hitting you up like every hour. So I understand if it's a business, so that's their job. Their job is to make sure that they stay in front of my face. And I don't know if I'll ever adapt that understanding or that culture. I kind of like fill out the audience and see, because I don't want to be thrown into your guys' spam section of your emails, just to be honest with you. So let's keep it moving. So second page here is our blog. And the blog that I have, I started it. I'm gonna have to scroll like all the way down when it finishes uploading. Let's see. So here's like our blogging section. And as you can see, I didn't have too many views on the blog, or too many readers on the blog. And that's only because, like, again, I didn't know who I was talking to. I was just writing stuff. Again, I was just trying. So my first, blog post was about your dreadlocks, how to keep your dreads, how to deep clean your locks. And I was trying my hand at doing blog posts. So if you're not sure what a blog is, and I mean, if you do know, I'm not trying to play or anything like that. If you don't know what a blog is, this is just an opportunity for you to, like, flex your writing muscles a little bit, where, geez, that's really short. You would come here and, I would write about something specifically about me, or about, obviously, about how to deep clean your locks, and then I talk about like the products that I use. And this is a really bad blog post because I talk about the products I use, but I don't see any links. There's not really much structures. This is my very first blog post. I was just trying to learn what it was. I look so young in this video. This must have been like in 2014 or something like that. I look much younger, more fresh faced, but whatever. So I knew about throwing in links and sharing and all that good stuff. So that's just kind of where I started. And when you write up a blog post, people do it for different reasons. If you start up a blog, you're looking to communicate your thoughts in a way that other people will read and come to find. It's a good way to mind dump what it is that's going on inside you, inside your head, and how to get your expertise down on a certain topic. Maybe you're good at hair or drawing, or you're good at baking or something like that. If you talk about what it is that you do in a way that kind of helps people with advice and understanding and know-how, then they'll come check out your website. If they ever happen to search certain topics online, then most likely it's your blog that they will find, read, and come to trust you with your information and your knowledge and your know-how. So I started writing my blog. And it wasn't until recently that I changed the way that I write my blogs. And now you see, the views kind of go up a little bit. And it was only because it's kind of short, but the views go up a little bit more ever since. Now, these are like 0 views because, again, these were more like Facebook posts. I didn't really put a whole lot of trying into. And still, when I was writing it, now these are all good. I could like rewrite these and start over, but I didn't really do it. So, and I don't want to do it. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't want to do it. Maybe one day I will, but right now I don't want to. What I want to do is not worry about what I did back here. I want to start thinking like, okay, I want to be able to see the growth. Like, what did I start writing and what did I start implementing that made certain changes, and kind of drove home the whole point of me doing this in the first place. So, I started writing a little bit different. Like, I'll click this blog post so you guys get an idea compared to like my last blog post. My last blog post was kind of short, right? Not only short, but it was like, okay, I just read a story about how to deep clean locks, but I didn't learn anything. I just picked up materials. Well, that was something I wasn't worried about at the time. I just started blogging, but this one is a little bit more of blogging with intent. So when I do blogging with intent, I open up with a couple things, kind of like an oversight of what the conversation is going to be about. I get into the meat and potatoes. I tell you then more about the story. And not only that, but what I do in the story as I write is I try to bring it all together. After I'm done with the meat and potatoes, I try to bring it all together so you can see, what does this all mean to? What does the blog post culminate to? What's the point of the blog post? And, I have a certain section where you can understand like, okay, oh, well, this is where he went with it. This is where he went. So if you're writing anything, not only do you present your material, but let your audience know why you're writing it in the first place. Like what's the big payoff behind reading a blog post? Now I could change up my strategies as time goes by. But for now, that's what I want to do. So I make sure I use different text, different boldness, italics, underlining, hashtags. I don't really like the colors of these hashtags because you can barely see them, but you can use these hashtags. And at the end of your blog post, what you want to do is give people even more ways to consume your content. Okay. So I created a video, right? Now my video was put together from my existing podcast episode. I went to a different website named Canva to help me create my thumbnail art. I put my video and my thumbnail art in an app called InShot, and I believe that's available on Google. And I create my videos. So I do, if I'm not doing everything, you can't even see it. What the heck am I thinking? Like, hold on, let me see. I'll grab my phone in front of the camera and see. I'll show you, like, whatever I'm not doing on my computer, I'm doing on my phone. So my phone, it was very important for me to get a phone that could handle the spacing and the computing power that I needed it to do, because I do a lot of stuff without sitting at the table at my home. So that's the blog post. And this is what I really wanted you guys to see was, yay, Wix was able to add a page feature where I can do an RSS feed and paste it to my website that allows me to host my podcast on my website. So you no longer have to go to Anchor. You can just go straight to my website. And I changed up my cover and stuff like that. And I added a subscribe to the podcast, or you can send me a message on the podcast. That's for questions, concerns, comments, praise, likes, whatever you want to do. If you want to send me an email, please, all you have to do is when you're at my website, just slap this button right here, send Tyree an email. If you do that, like, I'll click it for you so that you can see, boom. If you click it, it's going to take you to an email, whatever your email is. And I hate, all my little email stuff or whatever. But anyway, it's a message for Loc'd Pop, and you can go right in there and just start typing up messages, and you can send them to me. And when I get them, I can read them. And if you want, you can let me know if you want me to read them for the podcast. We can let other people know that you're out there, or you can ask your questions. I can answer them in the podcast, or I can create a whole podcast segment just for your questions, your concerns, your comments, without you having to be like put on the spot or anything like that. Or you could send it anonymously and just let me know, hey, I have a question, concern, or comment, but I don't want you to use my name. I won't use your name. So that's one way to get in touch with me, hitting that send Tyree an email. Ultimately, you can subscribe to the podcast itself. You can just click here, and it'll take you back to the welcome page, which will still give you a free journal download. Maybe I should create something else to kind of go with subscribing to the podcast, or a couple private podcasts. Maybe that's something I'll do. When it's your own stuff, when it's your own website, or it's your own services, or your own coaching, mentoring, service-based business or something like that, go crazy. Just like keep your eyes open, keep your mind open to the different ways that you can do it. So on my podcast, I talk about what is it that I'm here for? You can read down here in the section, what is Loc'd Pop all about? And I wanted you to get that by the image that I chose right on my icon. If you listen to Loc'd Pop Talks, you know that we're going about marriage and relationship and covenant and bonds to with your spouse, with your wife, with your husband. And I provide coaching and mentoring and advice and know-how and whatever the case may be. And also it's an opportunity for me to learn too, because I understand that my marriage is my marriage. My marriage is not your marriage. So the more I learn about different people and the way that they handle their relationships, we can then use our information and our knowledge and our experience to help others who are in the same boat as us. I say us like me and you. So, I want you to feel comfortable and welcome to this website. Like, as you come here and you come to check things out, you can send me a message. It's all good. I read every last one of my messages, so I have no problem with that. So every episode that I have is uploaded to my website, and you can just go ahead and click on it. I'll click on our latest episode, which was Intimate Measures. I put that one out yesterday, and it even tells you when it's the latest episode, so you do not miss a thing. So let me click on this. Hold on, let me check something. All right. So when you come here, you're not going to hear it now, but when you click on an episode, you have the options to just play it from my website, or you have the options to download it to your computer, your phone, your laptop, your tablet, and keep it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can keep it and download it and listen to it on your own personal time, on your own time. And that's the beauty. I love that. Like, I love YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I love YouTube, and I'm never going to stop uploading my stuff to YouTube as well. Because when I was going through a development for myself, like who I was, and redefining myself as a man, as a husband in 2018, 2019, 2017, 2016, I was listening. Video was great for the platform YouTube, but for my life, I needed a couple somebodies who was in my ear all day, just throwing positive vibes and positive information, positive affirmations, positive, everything positive. I needed that. I needed it to drown out my anxiety, my fears. I needed that. So I just constantly had something going. I didn't care if the guys had a video or whatever. I just, just the voice of having somebody breathe life into you because I didn't have it in myself, right? I just kept doing it until life entered my own body, and I started to breathe again and started going, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And then I can do this. I can do this. That's what it felt like. So anyway, I started with a podcast, and I'm not going to stop. I don't see myself stopping. I see my content changing here and there, to kind of like fit a situation or whatever. But as far as podcasting goes, I think I'm ready for this. I'm set on doing it. So there's a lot of different episodes and avenues and topics that I talk about. Again, you can click any one of these. They will play for you. It shouldn't be no issues. And if you do, just head back to send Tyree an email and let me know when something isn't right. So next session, we're talking about a relentless booking session. And as far as the whole relentless part, you probably don't know anything about that. But back when me and my wife were actually reconciling, we were doing much better in our marriage. We were doing much better. And my wife mentioned that, it wasn't so much what I said, it was what I was doing that made things better for us. And then it was her own reasons why she came back into our marriage and wanted to work things out. Her own reasons. Okay. Now, it wasn't my job to change her. I couldn't change her mind. I couldn't change her heart or anything like that. And I'm telling you now, as you guys are out there, there's nothing that you can do to really change, the way that your spouse thinks. There's no way to really work with that and to manipulate somebody. You can't do that. First of all, you shouldn't even be trying to do that. If you're trying to do that, you're only hurting yourself. But my wife mentioned that everything I did, everything I was willing to do, and how I went about doing it made me relentless. Now, I'm not quite sure if she meant that in a negative way, but when it comes to my wife, it depends on how you take it. She keeps things real, and I appreciate that from her. But it also depends on she will flex your mental muscles. How do you take certain descriptions about you? So when she told me that, I was like hype. I was like, yeah, you're right. I was being relentless, and so I kind of went with it, right? So everything, like my faith is relentless. Like I'm relentless. My energy is, my love is, my understanding is, my humility is relentless. Like I'm constantly seeking information. I'm constantly seeking counsel. I'm constantly seeking to learn more. I am not afraid to ask questions. I feel like one of the talents God sent me here with is an ability and to learn. Like he put in me a drive to learn. And if you have a drive to learn, then you may have a drive to teach. I just got a message. Let's see. It's Ayana Wilson's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ayana. I'm not quite sure if you're my cousin or not, but hell, your last name is Wilson. So happy birthday, Ayana, if you ever catch this live stream. Or if someone's out there, send Ayana a message, let her know happy birthday. So anyway, that's it for, the Lot Pop Talks, and we'll have more episodes coming on later on. And I send it out to all my social media platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. And that's all I got to do with that, and then obviously I host on my own website. So if you find any of my episodes out there, they all have information that links you right back to this website. So yay. So when somebody they've decided they want to reach out to me for a mentorship or a consultation session or a relentless booking session is what I call it, they will click on or you would click on the relentless booking session, and on here it just simply says book today. You can book a mentoring session with me here by filling this form. I will contact you in 24 hours. I have not missed an email. I have not missed a booking session date. It's every time I book someone, it's Mondays. It's always Mondays, either before 2:00 or a little bit after 2:00. It's every freaking Monday. So that's all we're doing. We get busy on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're adding more content, more leads, we get more leads. We send more information. I want to send emails. I want to talk to you guys all week long. So by the time Monday comes, if me and you have booked time with each other, you get an hour and a half of just me. It's just me and you. Me and you. and we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about some things. I want to hear everything you want to tell me. I want to hear everything you want to tell me, and then give my own insight about what it is that you're talking about, and some nuggets to take with you. We write it all down, and boom, there's your session. Like it's not too difficult, it's not too hard, and at the end of every session, we schedule another session. So what I'm doing is building up rapport with you. That's my goal, is to build up rapport with you. So I understand who you are, remember who you are, and what it is that you're going through. A relentless booking session is what gets that popping. So for those who don't know about me, like I'm not always talking about myself at some shape, fashion, or form, you can come to the About Me section where you can read a short stint about who I am. I wrote this when I first created my my website, which I'll probably have to update. But for now, I'm not going to read it all. You can come here and get you a quick gist of who I am. But as always, if you want to find out for yourself, just go ahead and send me an email. Like I said, I respond to all my emails, comments. I don't miss a thing. If I'm not in front of my computer, my wife can tell you, your family could tell you, I've got my phone in my hand and I have to learn to put it down. But we're running a mentorship program. So in a mentorship site. So it's important to me that I'm there as best I can be. And if not, we're at least scheduling time so that when it is time for us to meet up, it's just me and you. So lastly, you guys are probably trying to check out like, yo, what is this one spot he skipped? This right here is something that I am still currently building. I learned a little bit more about this from my coach, Elise Michelle. Hey, Elise, if you're out there, if you ever catch this stream, I don't know if you will, but it doesn't matter. This is called Relentless Academy. And this one I'm really proud of. And I can't wait to see how far we can take this. So I'll click on it now and I'll show you what it is. Now, no laughing at me because, like I said, I'm just starting out. So this is Relentless Academy, Stand Your Ground, Relentless Academy. And here I explain in a kind of rough description that what I do, I create downloadable resources for men who stand for their marriage. I use mentorship courses, ebooks, and audio teachings to build your personal strategies and gain back your power to fight for your marriage. And it's really tailored for the devoted husband who struggles with speaking effectively with their prodigal spouse, sustaining the confidence to love unconditionally, erasing self-doubt and feeling like someone's trash, discovering key factors and how to restore their marriage, using patience as a skill to help with a resentful separation for the man who seeks spiritual healing to drive out the negative sources of their marriage and personal lives. You can also work on inviting forgiveness for past mistakes and real life choices. And not finally, but importantly, lead their wives and families to higher levels of success. You can reclaim the time lost fighting with the enemy of God's people and once again become whole again as the head of the household. I'm talking goals. I'm talking super goals. All right. I'm talking 60-yard field goal attempts with a guy who can do it 100% of the time, if that makes sense. But this is something like, yo, man, this is something that you can do if you're serious. And I'm not talking about just for your family and not just for your family, not just for your wife, but for like your community, your household, your last name, you know what I'm saying? Like your household name. What it took all these years for you to become the man that you are now, to become the woman you are now. There's support for that because, I'm telling you now, the world is so concerned with the me, or worried about what keeping up with the Joneses and what your next door neighbor has. You know what I'm saying? Like it's either type narcissistic or it's type B or beta-ish when you're worried about what everybody else got going on. You're not worried about yourself. So this kind of brings back that power back to you. So I uploaded a few resources here which are there now. and the pricing and stuff, you can see, because I believe in transparency, keeping things up front. I created, my ebook, Stand Your Ground, a workbook, Relentless Academy, the devotional workbook for men, the free to be me booking session. We do this. I love this program. Because it attracts the type of people I love helping. The type of men who are so serious about their life. They're so serious about their children, so serious about their wives, so serious about themselves. And they want to take the skills they have to the next level. So there's a single session that I put down here, right? A single session. You can get up, off, and running in the Free to Be Me program session. And it's awesome. We do it on Mondays. I can't talk about it enough because it is structured in a way that helps the individual. It's not necessarily like, oh, this is a broad plan that works for everybody. I don't believe in that. I believe that or at least for this program, it's not built like that. It is built to how can I help you, the individual? What is it that you need? I'm not interested in providing you and offering you something you do not need. If you don't need ways to speak to your wife in a loving manner, I'm not gonna give that to you. You know her love language better than I do. So how can I tell you how to connect to your own wife? What I can tell you is about the timing. I could talk to you about the impact, and I could talk to you about how to change something you say or do just slightly to have a little bit more spice. I can help you with that. Trust and believe I can help you with that. So, and that session is really built for the individual. Now, that's a single session. We also have a 4-week session where we meet for 4 weeks every single Monday for 4 weeks. It's a 1-month program, and it's basically the same thing, but you get me a little bit longer. You get me for 4 weeks instead of one session. And it's priced, I think it's discounted, like, for every single session, it's like $60 or something like that. But it's a discounted price when you go for the 4-week session. Again, I'm not pushing anybody to do this. When you do this is something that you've decided to do for yourself. This is not you paying for something. This is you investing in you. That's all it's ever been about. It's just you're investing in you. So for now, that's what I got in Relentless Academy. It may change. It will grow, obviously, organically, depending on the need of the people. What is it that you guys need? What do you want? I don't want to give you something you don't want. So I wonder can I go back? Let me double check. So anyway, that's Relentless Academy, and click. Oh, sweet. Okay. So I just closed it out. And so that is, really it as far as what it is that we do. Let me hide this from the screen. So welcome back. This is really all that I do, and after that, it's just content marketing. And I want to put out more content for you guys. I'll try to create a couple posts and a reading, or I'll do another podcast episode, or, maybe just, if it's just typing out a Facebook post or something like that. Everything that I'm doing is intentional. It's intentional. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And I just want to make sure that you guys know that there's something out here. I feel like there's a lot of places that you can go for help, or a lot of places that you will look for help. But my goal is to position myself and to position the both of us, or all of us, or whatever, to position all of us in a way to help one another, to create a support network for men for marriages who are trying their very best. They're trying and are willing to try to restore themselves, to bring oneness and wholeness back into their lives, one step at a time, one man at a time, one woman at a time. That's what we're trying to do here. So that is our virtual tour for today. It was about 40 minutes. So, I think the live will stick on this page, and I hope so. Hold on. Let me double check. So again, if you guys are digging, I don't know if I can add a poll, to this bad boy. I don't even know if I want to. I ain't worried about it. So anyway, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you guys what this is all about. And again, I want to thank you for taking your time with me this morning to check out the virtual tour. I do apologize that we don't get to hang out as much. If you feel like, there's a certain day or something like that we can both try to stick to, we can all try to stick to in order to see each other. Maybe that's something I can add into Facebook, is a live session. When do we meet? When do we see each other? What can we talk about? And to be honest, it's an open invitation to you guys. So that's what I got for you today. Again, you can go to www.tyreewilson.com. Send me a message anywhere, everywhere. I don't care. It comes to my phone, so I will see it. All right, you guys, I want to say thank you, and I will check you out next time.